Imagine a nation, completely destroyed, cities reduced to rubble, an economy shattered beyond recognition. Now, imagine that same nation rising from the ashes to become the world's second largest economy in just 4 decades. This is the story of Japan, a tale of spectacular triumph and devastating collapse. Before getting in, please like and share this video, and subscribe to Macro Decoded for more such interesting videos. Our story begins in 1868. For over 2 centuries, Japan had isolated itself from the world. But everything was about to change. The Meiji Restoration unleashed a revolution. With the battle cry, "Enrich the country, strengthen the military," Japan embarked on the most ambitious modernization project in human history. Picture this. In just 12 years, they built their first railroad. Telegraph lines connected every major city. The government didn't just encourage industry, they became industry. While other nations taxed their farmers at 2%, Japan demanded 30% of every harvest. Brutal? Perhaps. Effective? Absolutely. By World War I, this feudal nation had transformed into a modern industrial powerhouse. The foundation for a miracle was laid. But first, destruction. 1945. Japan lay in ruins. 93% of steel production gone. The average person barely had enough calories to survive. Hyperinflation destroyed their currency. But from this devastation came magic. The Japanese economic miracle wasn't just recovery, it was transformation. 4 revolutionary strategies would change everything. First, technology. Instead of waiting decades for old factories to depreciate, Japan embraced destruction as opportunity. They signed thousands of contracts, importing cutting-edge technology from America and Europe. Second, cheap money. The government flooded growing industries with low-cost funds. If you were building the future, Japan would finance it. Third, education. Japan already had the world's highest literacy rate. Now they channeled this brilliant workforce into high-tech industries. And fourth, the secret weapon, keiretsu. Imagine massive business groups, banks, manufacturers, trading companies, all working together like a perfectly orchestrated symphony. The results? Extraordinary. In the 1960s, Japan's economy doubled in just 7 years. Growth rates hit 10% annually. Exports expanded at 15% per year. By the 1980s, Japan had done the impossible. They became the world's second largest economy. Many predicted they would soon overtake America itself. But success can be dangerous. In 1985, Japan joined the Plaza Agreement. Loose monetary policy flooded the economy with money. But instead of fueling growth, it fueled speculation. Stock prices soared. Real estate reached insane heights. People began to believe the impossible, that prices would rise forever. Then, it ended. 1990, the bubble burst. Stock prices collapsed 60% in 2 years. Land prices began a decline that would last over a decade. What followed became known as Japan's lost decades. From 1991 to 2003, this economic powerhouse grew at just 1.14% annually. A nation that had once doubled its economy in 7 years was now barely moving. Between 1995 and 2023, Japan's economy actually shrunk from $5.33 trillion to to 4.21 trillion. Real wages fell 11%. Their share of the world economy collapsed from nearly 18% to less than 4%. The miracle was over. Today, Japan faces challenges that would terrify any nation. The demographic time bomb. 28% of Japan's population is over 65. More than 1 in 10 people are over 80. The population peaked at 128 million in 2010. Today, 124 million. By 2065, just 88 million. By 2040, Japan could be short 11 million workers. Imagine, nearly 1 in 5 jobs with no one to fill them. And the debt. Japan carries the world's highest government debt burden, 250% of GDP. That's $9 trillion. Interest payments alone are about to surge 50% as borrowing costs rise. The government must issue 170 trillion yen in bonds every year just to stay afloat. Recent growth? A measly 0.3% in 2024. Unemployment rising. Inflation eating away at what little people earn. So what is Japan's story really about? It's about the incredible power of human determination. A nation that rose from feudalism to become an industrial giant. That rebuilt from total destruction to economic supremacy. And that continues fighting, innovating, and adapting against seemingly impossible odds. Japan's future depends on solving challenges no nation has ever faced. How do you grow an economy with a shrinking population? How do you pay massive debts while supporting an aging society? How do you maintain global competitiveness while your workforce disappears? But if any nation can find answers, it's the one that transformed from samurai to semiconductors in a century. The one that turned destruction into triumph. Japan's greatest chapter might still be waiting to be written. If you found this video interesting, please like, share, and subscribe to Macro Decoded. I'll see you with another interesting video. Bye!